again, we welcome you one and all to Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway for tonight's Penn National, featuring the UFO and ULMS late models, Twin 28s, complete program for all other divisions. We ask that you please rise. If you could, gentlemen, remove your caps. Folks, tonight before we play the national anthem, we want to remember a special person here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway, Jerry McGrogan. Many of you here in the grandstands may not know Jerry, but Jerry operated a tow truck here at Pittsburgh for a number of years and did so with great vigor. He led the tow truck contingent in the pits for a number of seasons, was always on the spot when needed. Unfortunately, he passed away this Monday, so we send out our condolences and prayers to his family, and he was a special guy, and he certainly will be missed. And now to lead us in our national anthem, Pittsburgh's very own Wee Jams.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
John Shep in the 75 and Laura Lucon in the 84 pace the field off at turn number 4, and the green is out. Into turn number 1, Scott Shep from the pole has got company on the outside and inside now. It's Lucon by half a car length. Shep still second, then Michael Reft and Justin Lamb joins the fray as well into turn number 3. Off of 4, it's Lady Laura in front. Shep still second. Ref just ahead of Lamb in third. Danny Karolakis, the Greekster, running in the 5th spot, trying to make the pass for 4th in turns 1 and 2. Lamb still, Shep into the back of the 9R of Ref as they head down the back straightaway. Justin Lamb now to the inside of Scott Shep. He'll move up to 3rd in turn 4. Laura Lucon still your leader. Michael Reft 2nd. Justin Lamb 3rd, Scott Shep 4th, and Danny Karolakis, Colton Flinner, Darrell Dow, and Chad McClellan in the 118. Darrell Dow pitting in the 5J. He's got problems on the left front of the car. Darrell Dow in the pits. Battle for the lead off at turn 2. Laura Lucon, company from the 9R of Michael Ref, now into turn number 3. Ref charges to the low side where he has been so fast of late. Off of 4, he puts his nose in front. The McGurvey Electric Lick Fire Equipment 9R is your new leader halfway. 4 laps down, 3 to go. Justin Lamb 3rd, Scott Shep 4th, and Danny Karolakis followed closely by the 75 of Colton Flinner. Two laps to go. Michael Reft able to get that car to turn and drive right through the middle of the corners. Continues to lead as we come to the checkered flag. The McGurvey Electric, Bobby's Lounge, Stewart Equipment Service. 9R from Whitehall. Michael Raff takes the win on our opening heat race. Laura Lucan will get second. Justin Lamb third. Scott Shem fourth. And Colton Flinner able to get by Danny Karoligas on the final lap. 3 wins this year. Mike Pager Jr. right behind him has won twice here at Pittsburgh. Green is out. Front 3 cars have been traveling quite a bit with the Fast Track Touring Series. Lucan from the pole puts the Cindy's Catering Lucan Rev Fab number 1 out in front. Holkraver moves to second in the DNC Auto Body 00. Pager is third. Then it's Niederreiter in the 09 fourth, and Greg Tressler in the 5 car is fifth. Off at 2, Josh Holkraver in the 00 closing in on Cal Lucan for the lead. In 3 on the inside, Holkraver puts his nose in front. Holkraver, your new leader. Lucan second. Pager runs third. Lucan to the outside trying to take the lead back down the back chute. Niederreiter fourth, Motes is now fifth, and Brian Hoffman sixth. For the lead in turn 4, side by side, Josh Holkraver by a car length ahead of Kyle Lucan. Mark Motes Jr. in the 15 car. The Bryans Decals Motes Racing entry is now challenging Dennis Niederreiter's 09 for 4th. Halfway. Lucan again closing the gap as they head down the back straightaway. Into turn 4. Cow up top trying to carry momentum to get back around Josh Holkraver, but Holkraver really fast coming off the bottom of turn 4, continues to lead with 2 laps to go. Pager third. Mark Motes Jr. fourth. Dennis Niederreiter, and next in line is Brian Hoffman in the 15H. Wayne Hartle about to be lapped as your leaders complete lap 6 of 7. 1 more lap to go. Holkraver has to get off the bottom of 1 and 2, and he spun the tires big time in the middle of the corner. Lucan is closing back in down the back straightaway. Josh Holkraver still your leader. Now Lucan will go to the bottom. Off at turn number 4. Here they come. Holkraver up high, Lucan down low. Let's see what the A and B scoring says. Keith Barber in the 17, Mike Knight in the 9R bring the field to turn number 4. Green is out. 10-lap heats. Top 6 finishers will transfer to tonight's feature events. Keith Barber has the lead from the pole. Mike Johnson to second. Mike Knight is third. Red Miley in the H1, who started last, is already to 4th. Steffens is 5th. Michael Norris is 6th. Then Geisler and Beck. In turn 2, Red Miley to the low side, passing Hollywood Mike Knight for 3rd. It's Keith Barber out in front. Mike Johnson is 2nd. Keep your eyes on that battle for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Tommy Beck coming through the low side of turn 4. He moves up into the 6th spot. That would be the final transfer spot. Michael Norris behind him in 1, and now Geisler to the outside goes back around back. Five or 10-lap heat races for the Super Lates. 10 laps the distance. Keith Barber is your leader. Mike Johnson 2nd. Red Miley 3rd. Jimmy Steffens 4th, Mike Knight 5th. Geisler right now in the final transfer spot in 6th. Then it's Beck 7th. Michael Norris 8th. Chuck Medved and Danny Mitchell. Big lead for Keith Barber and the Triangle Benefit Services. Forbes Field Garage 17. Mike Johnson still 2nd with Red Miley a close 3rd. Jimmy Steffens, Colbert's Collision, Adola's Tower View Service 38 and 4th. Mike Knight running 5th, Geisler 6th, then Tommy Beck and Michael Norris sails it off into turn number 1. Norris with a run on the outside. He'll move around Beck for 7th down the back chute. Beck back to the low side in 3 and 4. Best race right now, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Lynn Geisler, Tommy Beck, and Michael Norris. 4 laps to go. Barbara by half a straightaway, your leader. Mike Knight now backpedaling in the 9R as Geisler and Beck are closing in on he. 4 cars battling for the final 2 transfer spots in turn number 4. Beck back to the inside is up to 5th now. Up to 6th, dropping Geisler to 7th. Low side seems to work in 3 and 4. The high side the better through 1 and 2. Here comes your leader, Barber, with Johnson 2nd and Miley 3rd. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Mike Knight still 5th, Tommy Beck 6th, Lynn Geisler 7th, Michael Norris 8th. One more lap to go for Keith Barber. His lead has shrunk a bit. Mike Johnson and Jared Miley trying to close the gap. 4th is Steffens, Knight is 5th, then Beck 6th, Geisler 7th, Norris 8th. Off at turn number 4, former track champion Keith Barbara, currently 3rd in the UFO point standings, wins the first heat race over Mike Johnson, Jared Miley, Jim Steffens, Mike Knight 5th, and Tommy Beck gets 6th. Then it'll be Lynn Geisler and Michael Norris. Derek Frank in the 16 and John Flinner in the 48 bring the field at turn number 4. It's Frank's race to start. We're green. Down the back straightaway, it's John Flinner sailing off into turn 3 with the lead. Waring in the B1 and Lunger in the 17 side by side for 2nd. Outside Daryl Charlier, it's Ben Miley who'll be 4th, then Frank. Charlier and Baker go scooting through the middle into 1 and 2 in the 0 car. The West Virginia Rim Rider moving up into position number 5, or does he? Derek Frank to his inside in the 16. 3 wide in turn 4, that battle for 4th. Meantime, it's Waring 2nd, Lunger 3rd, Frank up to 4th. Baker and Miley in turn 1. Baker to the outside after clearing Miley, and he'll try to take the 4th spot from Derek Frank. Big lead for John Flinner. Brandon Waring is 2nd. Dennis Lunger 3rd right now, Baker 4th, and Derek Frank 5th. Miley is 6th, Charlier 7th, and Ray Bergen in free. Stevie Baker in the zebra moves to the outside around Dennis Lunger for 3rd. Ben Miley in the 99 to the outside of Derek Frank in the battle for 5th. Your leader is John Flinner. Brandon Waring having a solid run in 2nd in the Bauer Machining number B1. Flinner leads by a straightaway in the Johns Towing River Sandwich number 48. Alex Free in car 4, the 2-time UFO champion, has never missed transferring through a heat race into the A main. Right now he's on the outside looking in, but that's again a very good race for 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. Flinner out in front. Baker has caught up to Waring for 2nd. Charlier went high in the 27 car. He right now running 7th, trying to get back around the 16 of Derek Frank. Flinner leads. Baker to the low side in turn 4, challenging Waring for 2nd. Dennis Lunger is 4th, Ben Miley 5th, and Derek Frank 6th. Daryl Charlier to the outside of Derek Frank in 1 and 2, trying to take the final transfer spot. Baker, meantime, goes to the inside of Waring for 2nd in turn 4. Side by side down the front chute, it's still Brandon Waring 2nd, Steve Baker 3rd, less than 2 laps to go. John Flinner with a commanding lead. Flinner just flying out there. Look at the racing, though, for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Baker goes power sliding into 3 and 4 on the inside. He'll make the pass for second with a lap to go. Waring is third. Fourth now, Dennis Lunger, pressured by Ben Miley. Then Derek Frank and Daryl Charlier. Alex Furry and Brent Raybergen. Here's your winner. He's in a different world right now. John Flinner in the 4T8. The S&S Welders John's Towing Rocket. The West Virginia Rim Rider Stevie Baker comes home second after starting in the 8th spot. Third to Dennis Lunger, Ben Miley fourth, Derek Frank fifth, and Daryl Charlier sixth. Green is out. Dave Wade and the Yuengling 76 on the inside, but it's the outside line moving quickly. Jim and Johnny Malik into the lead in the 4J. Mark Badal in the T8 to the inside makes his way quickly to second. Wade is third, Lepro is fourth, and it's Boom Briggs and Brandon Burgoon. Boom Briggs down on the low side with a slider up across the track. He had third, he's back to fourth. Burgoon is fifth and Lepro sixth. Boom Briggs back on the attack again on the low side in 3 and 4. Malik leads, Badal is second. Then it's Briggs and Burgoon. Dave Wade sideways in turn 1. He'll lose the 5th spot to the 6 of Jimmy Lepro. Wade tries to get it right back and does into turn 3. Chad McClellan, Jason Ryder's going to spin out in the 76, or will he? He saves it. Green is still out. Jim and Johnny Malik, your leader. Early second to Chad McClellan in the UFO point standings. Mark Badal second. These two are the horses that won the showdown here in May. Chad McClellan in a 119 with an aggressive pass of the 76 of Dave Wade. This will be the halfway mark. 5 laps down and 5 to go. Malik, your leader. Badal is second. Burgoon is third, and closing on Badal. Boom Briggs is fourth. Jimmy Lepro fifth, and Chad McClellan in the final transfer spot in the 119. Now challenging Jim Lepro for fifth as Brandon Burgoon goes low side, trying to take the second spot from Mark Badal. Burgoon to the 17 into the second spot. Badal is back to third. McClellan, meantime, is up to fifth. The Country Acres Frank Brothers Cole 119. Three laps to go, 3 to go. Burgoon flattens a right rear tire. Brandon Burgoon, who was running second, looked like the right rear tire went flat when he went into turn number 3. Caution out. That flat tire. Briggs is third, McClellan fourth, Lepro fifth. Right now, Dave Wade in the final transfer spot in the 76 as we go green. Chad McClellan driving quickly to third in the 119, and Jimmy Lepro in the 6 around Boom Briggs, shipping him back to fifth. It's Malik over Banal, McClellan, Briggs, Lepro, and Wade. Those are your top 6 right now. That could all change here in the next lap. Final lap, Jam and Johnny Malik on the high side through 3 and 4 continues to show the way. He takes the win. Mark Badal second. Chad McClellan third. Boom Briggs fourth. Dave Wade will get fifth, and Jim Lepro will hang on for sixth. Nine-car heat race. 7 laps the distance. Green is out. Whoa, your leader almost spun out. An anxious start, to say the least. Pole sitter Jonathan Taylor was every which way but straight coming down the front chute, but he's still second. Stas Shadowski in the 74 is your leader. Sadowski leads. Taylor in the 5-2nd. J.E. Stalder in the 17. J.E. is third. Chris Bassage in the 71C fourth. And Evan Taylor in the 7E is currently fifth. 7 laps the distance. Stush Sadowski continues to show the way. In the Stush's Auto Repair, B&W Insurance, Ferry Catering and Takeout, 74. J.E. Stalder now second and gaining ground off of turn number 4. The over and under construction, Trison Concrete, Last Lap Cafe, 17 J.E. Running third now is the DFG Excavating, TS Electric, Blairmont Mechanical, 71C of Chris Bassage. Then Jonathan Taylor in the Elias Tire Hemphill Race Engines 5, and his brother Evan in the Taylor Services 7E. Tom Martinek would be 6th, and Vince Laboon in the 17 now is 7th. Chris Bassage going for 2nd. He's got it around J.E. Stalder as they head off in turn 2 down the back chute. Stush Sadowski in front. The lead is shrinking, and we've got 2 laps to go. 2 laps remaining. Chris Bassage now closing in on Stush Sadowski down the backstretch. Into 3 and 4. Sadowski still your leader, but Bassage has picked up another car length or 2 with a white flag waving. J.E. Stalder third. The 5 of Jonathan Taylor fourth, and the 7E of Evan Taylor is fifth. Vince Laboon now 6th in the 17L. This is the checkered flag lap. Stush Sadowski still your leader, get a little higher than he's been off of 4, but he'll steer into the checkered flag with Chris Bassage second. Stalder third. Jonathan Taylor, Evan Taylor, and Vince Laboon your top 6. Seven laps the distance. Brent Raybergen, a real hot shoe in the E-Mod world up in the northwestern part of the state in southern New York. And car number 4 has the lead at the drop of the green with Kerry Gasser alongside. Clayton Kennedy, who started third, runs third in the early going. Daryl Charlier behind him. Kennedy trying to take second away from Kerry Gasser. Brent Raybergen, your leader. Second place, Clayton Kennedy in the 9, Kerry Gasser in the 0, and Daryl Charlier a little anxious in the 12 car. You can see him chomping on the bit. He'll swing to the high side around Kerry Gasser for third. Still Brent Rayberger over Clayton Kennedy and Daryl Charlier into turn 3. Cars slowing. Mike Eshrich in the 9E is headed for the pits. Your leader is Brent Raybergen. The battle for second continues. Clayton Kennedy on the inside. On the high side goes Daryl Charlier in the 12. Charlier leading the point standings by a whopping 61 over J.E. Stalder. Kennedy off the inside of 4, side by side at the flag stand. And now Charlier closing on Raybergen off of 2. Raybergen got a little sideways there for a minute. Charlier had to get on the binders, and now Daryl goes inside in the 12. Charlier is your leader. Kevin Miller second. White flag has waved. Daryl Charlier on his way to turn 3 as your leader. Here he comes on the outside of 4. Charlier wins it. Second to Rayberg and Clayton Kennedy third. Gary Gasser fourth and Kevin Miller fifth. Here we go. 7 laps the distance. Green is out. The outside line with the heavy foots. Simmons, Weldon, and Schwartzmiller. Little Talladega bump draft down the front chute. Jake the Snake in front, Weldon second. Schwartzmiller trying to get to third. Not going to happen in turn 4. Mitch Waddle still third. Jake Simmons leads. Pat Weldon is second. Simmons still in front of Weldon. Waddle Schwartzmiller fourth. Bobby Heim a close fifth. Then Josh Langer and Jesse Gold in the 81. Simmons with 5 wins this year. Pat Weldon won 2 weeks ago, the last time he was here. They run first and second. We're coming to the halfway mark. Two laps to go. White flag waving. Jesse Gold and Josh Langer running awfully hard for that 6th spot at the back of the pack. Jake Simmons, the more concrete Simmons window cleaning Fulmer Motorsports 68X off the high side of 4 to take the checkered flag over Pat Weldon. Mitch Waddle at 3rd. Bob Schwartzmiller 4th, Bobby Heim 5th, and who will get the 6th spot? It's going to be Josh Langer. Seven laps for your Sunoco Race Fuels Dirt Car Cadets. Green is out. Gary Catellus on the high side, Craig on the inside. It'll be Craig in the Drew's Auto Service 64 in front. Gary second, and alongside of him comes Stacy White. And now Nick Kachuba is going to make it 3 wide. He's not wasting time. He's already to second. Craig Catellus over Nick Kachuba, Gary Catellus, Stacy White, and Joey Catellus. Things crowded in 1 and 2. Craig Catellus over Nick Kachuba. Five laps to go. Craig Catellus still in front. Nick Kachuba to the low side in 1. He puts his nose in front in the middle of the corners off the outside of turn 2. Those Craig Catellus back in front. Kachuba second. Gary Catellus third. Joey Catellus in the 33K is 4th. Then Stacy White and Tyler Fox. Kachuba again trying the inside off of 4. They're side by side down the front chute. the first turn. The dance continues between Craig Catsellas and Nick Kachuba. Gary Catsellas, Joey Catsellas, Stacy White, Tyler Fox. In turn 2 again, Nick Kachuba to the low side. Past halfway, 2 laps to go. Down the front stretch again, lap after lap. Catsellas by half a car length. This time, Nick Kachuba is closer than he has been to the lead as they race into turn number 3. He's got a half a car length in 4. Down the front straightaway, and Kachuba is your leader with 1 lap to go. The Clark and Family Chiropractic, Colonial Beer number 10. Catsellas trying to get it gathered back up on the high side, and the Drew's Auto Service 64. It's going to be Kachuba, still your leader into 3. Catsellas is going to go to the bottom. Not going to work in turn 4. Nick Kachuba is going to win it in the 10. Craig Catsellas second, Gary Catsellas third, Joey Catsellas fourth, and Stacy White fifth. Five laps the distance for your Miley BP Car Wash Dirt Car Hobby Stocks. Up next will be the B main for the UFO ULMS Super Late Models, as we find the final 6 starters for tonight's Penn National Twin 28s. Brian Hutchko already into the lead in car 60 as we race off at turn 4. Eddie Weiser, the OU2 is second. Car spun around over in turn 4. Caution is on the Speedway. Young Gun feature will follow our late model B main, which is scheduled to go next. White flag waving. 1 lap to go. Brian Hutchko over Ian Tomai, Eddie Weiser, Ricky Steigerwald, Ken Puglisi in the 45 of Garrett Keffer. Pennsylvania Motor Speedway provisional. So only the top 3 transfer out of this race. Green is out. Geisler leads. Charlier is second. Faree is third. Michael Norris fourth. Brandon Burgoon has hustled his way up into fifth in the early going. Geisler still out in front as he rides the rim of the Concord Automotive car. Charlier's ARL Trucking, Castle Winter Landscaping 27C trying to ward off the Franklin Racing Supply. American Diecast 4 Free. Then it's the D&D Auto Salvage 72 of Michael Norris. And the Todd's Auto Body 17 of Brandon Burgoon. Brent Raybergen off the pace in the 07R in turn 3. He's slowing down atop turn 4 right now. Caution is out for the 07R of Brent Raybergen. Green is out. Geisler, your leader. Second off at turn number 4. Free. Charlier third. Burgoon is fourth. Coming to lap 4, 8 to go, 8 to go. Charlier still second, Free third, Burgoon fourth, Norris fifth, and Bob Hedman, Bob Hirschman, Jason Ryder, Chuck Medvin, and Danny Mitchell. Lynn Geisler shows the way. Brandon Burgoon closing on Alex Free for third, the final transfer spot in 3 and 4. Free continues to hustle on the inside, Burgoon running the rim. Alex maintains the spot, Bob Hedman coming forward in the 22. He started about dead last in this one, and he's now up to fifth. At least in the inside of turn 1 on the outside, Michael Norris gets back around him down the back straightaway. Halfway, 6 down, 6 to go. Burgoon was really bad in turn 4 that time, and Michael Norris has caught up to him now. Geisler in front, Charlier second and trying to close the gap. Darrell's car looks awfully tight. He's really having to stand on the gas to keep it off the wall, and he may have got a little bit of that wall coming off at turn number 4. Car looks like it's getting tighter and tighter, having a hard time getting it to go left. As a result, Geisler's lead has increased, and Free has caught up to Charlier now. Alex on the high side, trying to build up some momentum. 4 to go, 4 to go. Lynn Geisler is caught up to the back of the field, trying to lap the 18 of Danny Mitchell here off at turn number 4 as Geisler takes the 10-lap sign. 2 to go, 2 to go. Charlier second, Free right now in the final transfer spot in third. Burgoon fourth. Michael Norris fifth. And Bob Hedman sixth. Bob Hirschman, Jason Ryder, and Chuck Medved. One more lap to go, the final lap. One, 2, and 3, not much separating them as they head into 3. Charlier goes to the inside here, trying to make a race of it on the final lap. Not going to stick. Lynn Geisler is going to win it in the Concord Automotive 1C. Charlier second, Free third. They move in. Brandon Burgoon, Michael Norris, Danny Mitchell, Bob Hedman are next. Green is out. Hannah Ramsey leading a lap. I think it might be the first lap she's led in her short career. Danny White goes to the outside, and he'll take the lead off in turn number 2. Hannah's back in front in turn 3. Two laps to go. Hannah Ramsey trying to get her first feature win. Up next, quick track maintenance, and then we'll go into our Fast Track Pro Late Model feature, followed by the first of the Twin 28s for the UFO ULMS series. Hannah Ramsey. The signs by tomorrow, Capital Realty, All-Stars Bar and Restaurant, 14H. One lap trying to get her first career win over Danny White and Justin Pons. Down the back straightaway. Hannah trying to get it done off of turn number 4. And she will get the checkered flag over Danny White and Justin Pons. Have a nice hand, folks, as she comes around the front of the car. Way to go, way to go.
Hi.
You got to say more than that. What do you think?
Wow, it's an adrenaline rush just winning. It was amazing.
How many years this what, your 3rd year?
Yeah, it's going to be my 3rd year this year.
Did you ever think it was going to happen?
Nope, never. I was just kind of enjoying racing every week, going around, you know, making it back every week without a wreck.
Well, you're getting better and better. It was obvious it was going to happen sooner or later.
Well, I'm happy that it happened tonight. It was awesome. I'm so happy. I'm excited. So.
People you want to thank?
I want to thank Signs by Tomorrow for doing all my numbers after wrecking tons of times. Capital Realty for letting me use their trailer, and All-Star Sports Bar for paying for my receiver. So.
Good job. Congratulations, and don't let it be your last, okay?
Thank you so much.
Hannah Ramsey, your winner in the Young Guns. Michael Reft in the IR has a win. Lots of feature victories up in the front 3 rows. Here they come to turn number 4, ready to get this feature event underway, and the green is out. Right away, we've got a spin in turn 1. Greg Tressler in car 5, drifting down the banking, and the caution is out. Mike keeping them at a snail's pace. Justin Lamb alongside, and now he goes, we're racing 20 laps the distance. Your leader is Pegger. Holtgraver is 2nd. Justin Lamb 3rd. Laura Lucon 4th. Cal Lucon 5th. In turn 4, but on the outside comes Mark Moach Jr. On the inside, Michael Reft 3 wide for 5th into turn number 1. Continues to move around the middle high part of the racetrack. Laura Lucon in the 84 trying to put a little charge into Justin Lamb for 3rd. She runs 4th. Brother Cow is 5th. Reft is 6th. Moats is 7th. Flinter is 8th. Shep is 9th. And Brian Hoffman is 10th. As they spread out around the monster half mile, Mike Pegger Jr. with a healthy lead 16 laps from the checkered flag. The lead is out to a half a straightaway. Hager running laps at 20.066, his fastest lap, 20.066. 112 miles per hour for his average speed. Sun is down, the humidity is high, and the moisture freshly on the track. Beautiful surface right now, top to bottom. Kid Kyle around Sister Laura moving up into fourth in the one. Reft running 6, Moat 7th, Flinner 8th, Shemp 9th, and Hoffman still 10th. Holtgraver 2nd by himself, Justin Lamb in 3rd. Kyle Lukon looks to be closing in a bit there. Mike Fager Jr.'s lead now out to a full straightaway. Traffic ahead for Pager, though. Quentin Wyant in the 118 and Greg Tressler in the 5, just a half a straightaway in front of your race leader. Both those cars down on the bottom, at least middle to the bottom, as Pager comes sailing on the outside into turn number 1. Pager around both cars as he heads into turn 3. Danny Carolega's problems. He gets into the 5J, and Darrell Dow head on into the wall. Head on into the wall. Hey, hard hit, head on hit. Darrell Dow in the 5J. He and the one of Danny Carolegas get together coming down the front straightaway, and Dow's car turns straight up the racetrack, head on into that outside wall. Darrell climbing out of that race car. Pager Jr. sets the pace. His race to restart had a commanding straightaway lead before that caution waved. Here he goes, and we're back underway. The green is waving. Triple S Auto on that Cotton Mountain Motor 1C continues to show the way as he heads off into 1 and 2. Josh Holtgraver 2nd, Kyle Lukon 3rd, Justin Lamb in the 93X 4th, and Michael Reff now is 5th. Lamb loosey-goosey there. Lukon the 3rd, and now Lukon to 2nd. Kid Cal got a hold of it on the inside that time through 3 and 4. It's come from 4th to 2nd in 1 lap. We're halfway, 10 to go. Justin Lamb now 5th, Laura Lukon 6th, Colton Flinner's up to 7th. Justin Lamb into 4th in the 93X. The Auto Service, or JK Auto Service, Coriopolis hardware car. Back moving forward after stumbling following that previous restart. Meantime, Pager's lead is not near what it was. Kyle Lukon 2nd, Josh Holtgraver 3rd. Lukon continues to pound the bottom. Pager up high, 7 to go. Josh Holtgraver makes it a 3-horse race down the back chute into turn number 3. Here comes Lukon. Shows his nose on the inside as close as he's been up off of 4. It's Pager by a half a car length. into 1. Lucan will take the lead in the middle of 1 and 2. Feger trying to get it back on the high side down the back chute. He's got it. Just enough room to squeeze by. Off of 4, Lucan definitely in front now. 5 to go. Lucan takes the lead. Feger trying to get it back. 67 of Wayne Hartle. Lucan comes up. Feger has to get on the binders. And now Holtgraver's right there as well. Wayne Hartle, the 67, could be a key ingredient here as they race off at turn 4. Feger and Lucan, a little contact. I don't think Kyle realized he was out there. Hartle, the 67, hangs on as the wind goes flying by. Feger got him back now in the back straightaway. Good race we've got going on here. Feger with 2 wins here. Lucan 3. Feger up high. Lucan a little sideways that time. Feger leads lap 17. 3 to go, and now he's opened it up. Justin Lamb 4th. Michael Reff 5th. Laura Lucan pestering him for the 5th spot. Colton Flinner is 7th. Mark Moats Jr. 8th. Danny Kirilegis and Scott Shemp battle for 9th and 10th. 2 laps to go. 2 to go. White flag waving. Down the back straightaway, he won the first 2 weeks of the season here. He's had a couple of other races when he's had some mechanical issues while in front. Mike Feger Jr. will win the Fast Track Pro Late Model tonight, his 3rd of 2010. Kyle Lucan, Josh Holtgraver, Justin Lamb, and Michael Reff chasing him to the checkered flag. Welcome back to Victory Lane. You know, you started the year like a ball of fire here, and then every time you get in the lead after that, something seems to break, but tonight it did.
Yeah, we were actually pretty good. I wasn't expecting the track to get as slick as it was. Last few times we were here, the track was pretty heavy, but we were pretty good.
Was Cal that much better at that point of the race, or did he catch you off guard?
I was just trying to keep my cool. I put some softer tires on than I should have. I didn't know where them guys were at, and then once I seen Kyle, I figured I better step it up a little bit.
You got back in front. Congratulations on the win. People you want to thank?
I got to thank my whole crew, Number 1 Cochran, Triple S Auto Outlet, Pager Painting, Zero Wraps, Schwartzmiller Ground Maintenance, Tri-State Hose and Supply, and you know, everybody for coming to watch us.
Good luck the rest of the way, Mike.
Thank you.
Mike Feger Jr. back in Victory Lane. There's 28 laps. It's the Penn National UFO ULMS Twin 28s, and the green is out. Red Miley leads down the back straightaway in the H1. Second is Jimmy Steffens. Chad McClellan and Mark Banal racing for 3rd in the low side at 3 and 4. Baker is 5th up high. Flinner right behind him in car 48, a lap down. Miley leads. Steffens is 2nd. Banal 3rd, McClellan 4th, Baker 5th. Down the back straightaway. The battle continues between McClellan and Banal. Baker's makes it between McClellan and the wall. He's up to 4th. Baker trying to get 3rd away from Banal on the outside and does so down the front chute. 119, Chad McClellan with a problem. Flat tire on the 119 of Chad McClellan in turns 1 and 2. Caution is out. Caution is out. Chad McClellan in the 119, the current UFO points leader, with a right rear flat. 2 laps down. Off of turn 4, the green is out. Miley leads the race for second now. Banal on the bottom is going to spin the car. Does a 360, keeps it going, but we got cars wrecked behind him. T8 Mark Banal spinning around and up in turn 4 left, park the 4J of John Malik, the 76 of Dave Wade, and the 4 of Alex Faree. Red 76 of Dave Wade, the 4J of John Malik, and the 4 of Alex Faree, along with the T8 of Mark Banal. Off at turn number 4, here we go. 2 laps are down, the green is out. Into turn number 1, Miley, your leader. In turn 2, Baker to the outside of Flinner for second. Flinner is third. Steffens is fourth. Keith Barber, Brandon Waring, Mike Johnson, Dennis Lunger together. Race for second again in 1 and 2. Flinner and Baker. Baker on the outside beats him again off at 2 down the backstretch as Jared Miley leads. Four laps in the books, 22 to go. Mike Johnson moving forward in the 2J. (19.964) turned in by Jared Miley. 5 laps down. Oh, your leader into the wall hard. Jared Miley in the H1 hard into the outside wall. Calusi Chevy. Tire apparently might have blown in the H1 hard into the wall. That will move Steve Baker into the lead. John Flinner is second. Green is out. Baker hits the moisture coming off of 4. He'll have the lead going into turn number 1. He's going to the outside. Barbara the third. Steffens drops to 4th. Waring and Johnson continue to battle for 5th. For the lead in turn 4. Baker up high. Flinner in the middle. It's Baker, your leader. 6 laps in. Mike Johnson now to the bottom side, had a nose ahead of Jim Steffens for 4th. He'll settle into 5th down the backstretch. That battle continues now in 3 and 4. Baker stretching it out by about 10 car lengths, 7 laps down. Good hard racing in the middle of the pack, top to bottom, around the monster half mile. Lunger, Charlier, Banal, Miley, Geisler all running together down the back chute. Tommy Beck's making up a lot of ground in the 91 car. He has switched over to Hoosier tires for the feature. Meantime, Flinner back to the inside of Baker in 1, but Steve beats him off in turn 2 with the lead. Down the back straightaway, Jimmy Steffens now on the inside of Keith Barbara for 3rd into turn 3. Barbara shuts the door. Johnson is 5th, Waring is 6th, Beck is now 7th, Briggs is 8th, Charlier is 9th, and Miley is 10th. Charlier's come a long way. Started back in the 20s. For the lead in turn 4, they're side by side. It's still Baker. 10 laps down. Lap traffic, a half a straightaway ahead for your lead duo, have left the others behind. Baker's car looks like it's really getting loose. Into 3, Flinner slides into the lead. Off at turn 4, John Flinner is your new leader. Baker is 2nd. Into turn number 1. Barbara 3rd, Steffens 4th, Johnson 5th. A close battle there, right there off at turn 2. Flinner able to open it up. That's where Baker had problems the previous lap. 11 down. Here's the real race. Boom Briggs, Tommy Beck, Ben Miley, Daryl Charlier, Mark Bonall, and Lynn Geisler. Miley back around Beck. Beck had charged forward just about 5 laps ago, but now he's backpedaling some. 12 laps down. Third, fourth, and fifth tightening up. Keith Barber, Mike Johnson in fourth now. Jim Steffens fifth as they negotiate some cars at the back of the field in turn 3. Meantime, John Flinner has stretched it out. He's got more lap traffic ahead off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Fourteen laps are down. We're halfway. $15 laps are down. Check that. $16 laps now down. Flinner by straightaway over Baker. Baker by straightaway over Barbara. Johnson 4th. Steffens 5th. Brandon Waring is 6th. Ben Miley 7th. Boom Briggs is 8th. Lynn Geisler 9th. And Mark Bonall 10th. John Flinner with 27 career wins here at Pittsburgh. 2 career wins with the UFO series, looking to tie Steve Baker and Bart Hartman as 3-time winners with the UFO. That's tops. 10 laps to go in the first half of the Penn National Twin 28s. He has got 3 lap cars between himself and Steve Baker. Mike Johnson trying to take third away from Keith Barber off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Barber in the 17th, third. Johnson in the 2J, a close 4th. Jim Steffens is 5th. Ben Miley's on the move in the 99. He moves to 6th in turn 4. Can't make it stick. Waring will beat him off of 4 down the front stretch. Lynn Geisler also coming forward in a hurry in the Cochran Automotive car. And here comes your leader completing lap 20. 8 to go. 8 to go. Down the back straightaway, Flinner has to burp the throttle as Chad McClellan moved up into his path. Flinner now moves back to the outside. McClellan and Beck racing for position. Flinner trying to lap them both. Mike Knight is a lap down. Comes the second place car of Steve Baker. Third, still hotly contested, Keith Barber and Mike Johnson. Steffens 5th. Miley is 6th now, Waring 7th. Geisler started back around the 20th spot, is up into the 8th spot. Boom Briggs is 9th and Mark Bonall 10th. Geisler moves to 7th, passing Brandon Waring down the back chute. Mike Johnson to the inside of Keith Barber for 3rd. They're a half a track behind the race leader, John Flinner. The Johns towing, Flinner signs River Salvage. 48. 5 laps from the checkered flag as he laps the Midway Missile, Daryl Charlier. He is just flying out there. More than a straightaway lead over the West Virginia Rim Rider. Third is still up for grabs. Keith Barber just ahead of Mike Johnson. Jimmy Steffens 5th. Ben Miley and Lynn Geisler now racing for 6th in turn 3. Great action back through the field. Off of 4. Steele, Barber 3rd. Johnson 4th. Steffens 5th. Miley and Geisler side by side for 6th into turn 1. Waring is 7th. Geisler makes the pass to Miley off of turn 2. Briggs and Vinal are next, and Alex Ferree just ahead of race leader John Flinner. Flinner coming around for lap 26. He'll have 2 to go. Mark Benall 10th, Alex Free 11th, just ahead of race leader John Flinner. Keith Barbara, 3 car lengths now on Mike Johnson for 3rd. Jim Steffens right behind them in 5th. Lynn Geisler's charged all the way to 6th after pitting on that previous caution, the most recent caution. We got a wreck. Geisler spins. Geisler spins in turn 2. Caution is out. It's not over yet. Lynn Geisler had moved all the way to 6th from the back after the last caution. Spins out in turn 2, and we've got 27 laps down. Then Baker, then Flinner. He had checked out on the world. Let's see what happens as the green flies again. Flinner over Baker. Look at Alex Faree coming. Faree was in that caution. He had pitted. He's up to 5th. Baker challenging Flinner for the lead off of 4. It's Flinner, Baker, Johnson to 3rd. 1 lap to go. Flinner pushes high in 2, but he's got momentum down the back chute. He's still your leader. Baker 2nd, Johnson 3rd. Then Barber and Faree. Steffens now 6th. Off at turn number 4, his 3rd UFO win, 2nd win this year at Pittsburgh for John Flinner over Steve Baker, Mike Johnson, Alex Faree, Jim Steffens, and Keith Barbara. Excuse me, that's the 5 of Jonathan Taylor. Green is out. $15 laps the distance. Gasser leads. Wreck on the back straightaway. Vince Laboon in the 17L turned around on the back chute. Caution is out. Caution is out. Caution is out. Green is out. Complete restart. Car 5, Jonathan Taylor leads. J.E. Stalter coming on the inside. Kerry Gasser, and Gasser pushes high. Stalter to 2nd. Chris Bassage to 3rd in the 71C. Taylor off the wall. Caution is out. We've got a skating rink. We got a skating rink.